One False Move by Harlan Coben. Read by Tim Machin. September 15th. The cemetery overlooked a schoolyard. Myron pushed at the loose dirt with the toe of his rockport. There was no stone here yet, just a metal marker holding a plain index card with a name, typed in capital letters. Why was he standing here like some cliché from a bad TV show? In his mind's eye, Myron could see how the whole scene should be played out. Torrential rain should be pounding on his back, but he would be too bereaved to notice. His head should be lowered, tears glistening in his eyes, maybe one running down his cheek, blending in with the rain. Cue the stirring music. The camera should move off his face and pull back, slowly, very slowly, showing his slumped shoulders, more graves, no one else present. Still pulling back, the camera eventually shows Wynne, Myron's loyal partner, standing in the distance, silently understanding, giving his buddy time alone to grieve. But that would not happen here. The sun shone like it was the first day, and the skies had the hue of the freshly painted. Wynne was at the office, and Myron would not cry. So why was he here? Because a murderer would be coming soon. He was sure of it. It had been 2 weeks since the funeral. He wanted so very much to cave in, to let his legs give way, to fall to the ground and claw at the dirt with his bare hands and beg forgiveness and plead for a higher power to give him one more chance. But that too would not happen. Myron heard footsteps coming up from behind him. He closed his eyes. It was as he expected. The footsteps came closer. When they stopped, Myron did not turn around. "You killed her," Myron said. "Yes." A block of ice melted in Myron's stomach. "Do you feel better now?" The killer's tone caressed the back of Myron's neck with a cold, bloodless hand. "The question is, Myron, do you?" August 30th. Myron hunched his shoulders and slurred his words. "I'm not a babysitter," he said. "I am a sports agent." Norm Zuckerman looked pained. "Was that supposed to be Bela Lugosi?" "The Elephant Man," Myron said. "Damn, that was awful. And who said anything about being a babysitter? Did I say the word babysitter, or babysitting, or for that matter any form of the verb to babysit?" Myron held up his hand. "I get the point, Norm." They sat under a basket at Madison Square Garden in those cloth and wood directors' chairs that have stars' names on the back. A model shoot was going on at half court. Lots of those umbrella lights, and tall, bony women-come-children, and tripods, and people huffing and fluffing about. Myron waited for someone to mistake him for a model. And waited. "A young woman may be in danger," Norm said. "I need your help." Norm Zuckerman was approaching 70, and as CEO of Zoom, a mega-sized sports manufacturing conglomerate, he had more money than Trump. He looked, however, like a beatnik trapped in a bad acid trip. Retro, Norm had explained earlier, was cresting, and he was catching the wave by wearing a psychedelic poncho, fatigue pants, love beads, and an earring with a dangling peace sign. Groovy man. "You don't need me," Myron said. "You need a bodyguard." Norm waved a dismissing hand. "Too obvious." "What?" "She'd never go for it. Look, Myron, what do you know about Brenda Slaughter?" "Not much," Myron said. He looked surprised. "For crying out loud, you were a basketball player." "So?" "So, Brenda Slaughter may be the greatest female player of all time, a pioneer in her sport, not to mention—"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?